Assalamu alaikum. This is Rana from Pavilion Corner. Another historic chapter in the world's oldest sporting rivalry. On December 21st, 2025, the Adelaide Oval witnessed to a sight that has become too familiar for English supporters but remains a point of immense pride for the Australian public. Australia has won the third test by 82 runs. With that victory, they take an unassailable lead of 3-0 in the series, ensuring the Ashes urn will remain exactly where it is for another 2 years. It took just 11 days of cricket across Perth, Brisbane and now Adelaide to decide this series. While the scoreline might suggest a blowout, those of us who watched these 5 days know that Adelaide gave us a contest that was as emotional as it was tactical. After Pat Cummins returned to the captaincy and won the toss, it was Alex Carey and Usman Khawaja who set the tone. Carey's innings of 106 runs was more than just a century. It was a deeply moving tribute to his late father Gordon, and it anchored Australia's first innings of 371 runs. England, to their credit, didn't fold immediately. Jofra Archer, back at the peak of his powers, claimed a magnificent 5-wicket haul to keep the target within reach. When England batted, we saw a gritty, uncharacteristic side of baseball. Ben Stokes played a captain's knock of 83 runs, and Jofra Archer even chipped in with his maiden Test 50. However, the relentless discipline of Scott Boland and Pat Cummins ensured Australia walked away with an 85-run lead, a lead that felt like a mountain given the overhead conditions. Then came the turning point. If the first innings belonged to Carey, the second innings belonged to Travis Head. In front of his adoring South Australian crowd, Head played an innings for the ages. A blistering 170 of just 219 balls. It was his fourth consecutive Test century at this ground, equaling a record held by the great Ricky Ponting. Supported again by Carey of 72 runs, Head propelled Australia to 349 runs. By the time the declaration came, England were set a world record target of 435 runs. History said it was impossible. No team had ever chased more than 418 runs. But as the sun set over the Adelaide Hills on day 4, there was a flicker of hope. Jack Crawley played with Mongrel, scoring 85 runs, and England looked for a brief moment like they might pull off a Christmas miracle. When England threatened to build a partnership, Nathan Lyon stepped up. Even with a late match hamstring injury that eventually saw him limp off the field, Lyon's 3 quick wickets on Saturday evening broke the back of the English resistance. On the final morning, we saw a spirited fight from Jamie Smith and Will Jacks. Smith's 60 runs was audacious, bringing the Barmy army to their feet. But Mitchell Starc, under the Adelaide lights he loved so much, was too fast and too precise. And we cannot forget the fielding of Marnus Labuschagne's, a miracle catch in the slips to dismiss Jacks, was the final nail in the coffin. When Scott Boland trapped Josh Tongue to wrap up the innings for 352 runs, the celebration began. Alex Carey was the player of the match for his wonderful batting performance and catches. For England, the baseball autopsy begins. Brendan McCallum and Ben Stokes will have to answer why their aggressive philosophy couldn't find a way past a disciplined Australian attack. They showed heart today, but in the Ashes, heart isn't enough. You need clinical execution. For Australia, it's a very Merry Christmas indeed. Pat Cummins has led his side to a dominant retention of the urn in record time. They have shown depth, resilience and a little instincts at home. As we look ahead to the Boxing Day test in Melbourne, the pressure of the series is gone, but the hunt for a 5-0 whitewash is just beginning. Thank you.